Assalamu alaikum student. Now we are going to start chapter number 1 of English first year Pakistan Zindabad by John Walton. Now we will discuss you in a detail. So let's start. On the first page, a writer described that when Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah came to Karachi on Maripur Airport on 7th August 1947, there was a huge crowd and they were waiting for Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, their great leader, originator and the first Governor General of Pakistan. So they were waiting for their great leader, they were trying to get closer toward their great leader. So Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah was a towering and good personality, was an elderly man wearing a white sherwani at that time. So Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah was a little bit confused, or I never shows its feeling at that time. He was not smiling at that time. So at that time, there were crowds of people. They were worried about the Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. From airport to the city, everyone was shouting a slogan of Pakistan Zindabad, Pakistan Zindabad. Because at that time there were excitement in the people. People were excited in order to see the face of Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah when he came to Karachi on 7th August 1947. So from the airport to the city, whole crowds, and they were roaring with one voice, Pakistan Zindabad, Pakistan Zindabad. But Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah gave no sign of his feeling. Just from his balcony he smiled, and he just gave a gesture of smiling. The reason was that perhaps he was thinking about the people. They were killed, and the property losses and the enmity between the Hindus and Muslims soon after at the earlier days of the independence. So he was worried about merciless killing of the Muslims. So Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah gave no sign of his feeling. Later on, Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah gave a lesson. He announced the religious freedom in the country. He said that all the people are free here. You are free to go to your temple. Hindus are free to go to your temple. Muslims are free to go to your mosque. And Christians are free to go to your church. They all are equal citizens of one state. They have equal right. All the people are equal in the eyes of God, no matter what creed, caste, religion they have. All the people are equal in the eyes of God. So Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, he was a great leader. Under the dynamic leadership and under the towering personality of Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, it seemed difficult for the Qaid Azam to gain independence. The reason was that after the fall of Mughal Empire, India was ruled by the Britishers, and Britishers favor Hindus, not Muslims. So it was very difficult for Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah to gain this victory of freedom. But soon he tried his level best. He started his newspaper. He started his speeches in every nook and corner of India, and he gathered Muslims on one platform. So he made it possible to under the dynamic leadership. He made it possible for Muslims, a country, a small defeated group, bestowed with a country of approximately 7 crore population and 5th largest Muslim country in the world at that time. So it was only the leadership of the Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. It was only possible with the effort and everlasting effort and ceaseless effort of Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. He gave Pakistan a new state, independent state, approximately 70 million population. Actually, population was not enough. The reason the Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah was thinking it might be a big population, but actually Britishers and Indians like the Hindus, they had a unity in unions, and Pakistan deprived of this right. So later on in the textbook, writer also described Pakistan resolution. John Walton said that when Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah said that in a resolution, when resolution was passed in 1930, when Pakistan resolution was passed on 23rd March 1940 at Lahore, now Iqbal Park, Lahore, 23rd March 1940. So Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah said that India must be divided into two states. Those provinces in which Muslims are in majority will be included in Pakistan. Those parts in which Muslims are in majority will be included in Pakistan. So at that time, East Bengal, NWFP, Northwest Pass included, said they demanded they will be included in Pakistan. Later on, after 23rd March 1940, later on, Chaudhry Rahmat Ali in 1933, he coined the name Pakistan. He coined the name Pakistan. He took alphabet from Afghania, from Punjab, from Sindh, and from NWFP, from Iran, and from Afghanistan. He took the word from these, and Muslims majority. So he coined the name Pakistan, the land of Pak and pure people, the land of clean, Pak and pure people. Chaudhry Rahmat Ali was the Cambridge student, and he created a very important role in the creation of Pakistan. So he coined the name Pakistan. Actually, at that time, after the fall of Mughal Empire, Second World War ended in 1945. It was started in 1939 and ended in 1945. At that time, actually, Britishers were unable to accept their domination in the United India, and they said that we want to, we won't continue. The Lord Mountbatten was sent to India, the last viceroy. He decided that we will leave India on 15th August 1947. So later on we will discuss, but before this, actually Gandhi and Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, they discussed for a weeks. They planned and they decided meetings, but failure. They unable to decide anything. Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah said that India must be split into two parts. And Gandhi said that it will be ruin for India. Two different personality, religious point of view. And Gandhiji said that it will be ruin for India. But Quaid-e-Azam said that India must be split into two parts. No other option. So he was thinking about the Muslims, their independent state at that time. So now the second lecture of this chapter, we will try to complete the remaining points step by step from the textbook. So thank you for listening. We will cover it in my second lecture, inshallah.
Thank you.